So you've probably noticed over the last couple of years that the whole dating market has completely changed. The whole way you even make friends has changed. Think back in 2016, 2017, that stuff worked back then, but it doesn't work anymore. So what's changed? What's different? And how can you become a man of value and have the kryptonite to deal with the ever-changing social dynamic realm of the world? I'm about to give to you right now. So with that intro out of the way, let's get into it. And the idea of it is becoming a man of value. Now, what is value? Well, value is different to different people, obviously. What is valuable in South Korea is different to valuable in Gold Coast, Australia. It's different and valuable in Los Angeles, California. There are similarities that have grown and evolved into what people in relationships deem as valuable. A man going after a girl will deem specific qualities. A female going after a male will deem specific qualities as valuable. So what was in 2016 is now no longer in 2023 going into 2024. It's completely changed. So you have to change. Now I know that's one of the hardest things for a lot of people to do is change, but you need to change. Back in the day, there was a lot of things that were different. Social media was brand new. No one had a grasp of where it was going or what was happening. The world was changing, and what was popular back then was vlogs and YouTube, and now it's completely different. There's been a complete overhaul of what was trending and then what is trending now. So what value is to a girl now is things that not everybody has. I've told you about the idea of hypergamy, which is a lot of the time the top 20% of men are in relationships with 80% of the women. And through hypergamy, it is girls date across and up social hierarchies. Now that's become more and more prevalent, but this cycle, this cyclical cycle has happened in society before. So what can we learn from that we can now incorporate into our life now? Sure, we want the best social circles, we want the best networks, we want the best business, we want to have an abundance of beautiful women around us so we can choose from an abundant mind frame rather than a scarcity mind frame that a lot of people do, and choose the most beautiful women for us to have marriage and have kids and settle down. Of course, that should be the goal for a lot of you. And again, if you have different goals, that's completely fine, okay? It's whether you want to do this or do that, no judgment. But the idea is still the same. What is valuable to the art student from New York that doesn't care about Instagram may be a little bit different, but there's a lot of characteristics to the girl in Los Angeles that's in the spotlight that wants to be a celebrity. It's very close similarities. So the very first one to increase your value as a man is the idea of delaying gratification. So things that are valuable, let's just take a six-pack, right? Now, a six-pack just doesn't happen overnight. There's no quick fix to a six-pack. That takes time, dedication, and effort. Gym is the easy part. It's the diet, it's the stringent of being able to be in a restaurant, not eating what you want, getting those abs that people find desirable because it's a feat of strength that shows strength. And so it also shows that you're dedicated, you're committed to the process. So that's also characteristics that other people find desirable. Let's take making $1 million. That's going to have you not going to the parties. That's going to have you sitting in your room hustling away and really getting and building a business that's worth something. Let's take having a Lamborghini. Again, it shows that you have the resources, the financial abundance, that you can take care of another person, whether they're having your children or not, you can take care of them. So the things that are valuable, not everybody has. When we look at the 80% that are going after the 20%, it's very obvious that these 20% hold a lot of valuable things. Those valuable things could be a personality, could be connections, could be money, could be a body, it could be status, could be a social network, could be a plethora of things that I cover in the 7 pillars of status. And so you have to understand that if you can start delaying gratification, delaying seeking the comfortable route, because again, the 80% of the gentlemen are seeking the comfortable route, are watching Netflix, are not doing the work. But if you choose to do the opposite, which no one is doing, delaying the gratification, there's that party, but you also have a lot of business stuff to do. Doing the business stuff, I know you're missing out on the party, but you get closer to financial freedom. At times where there's heaps of chaos, but going, I need to improve my social networks, choosing that. Delaying gratification, you know you have important things to do, but you delay the gratification to get the priorities in order. Let's take, you want to binge out and you want to go to parties and you want to go drink with your buddies, but you're trying to get your body on point and delaying that gratification of that alcohol and that shitty food and this and that for the perfect body. It seems very vain, but let me just say that something was worth $200, okay? And you only had $50. You would not be able to buy that $200 thing. So think about this as gaining access to the lanes to be able to choose. Dating is a luxury now. It's the first time I'm ever saying this. Dating is a luxury. People still think they can play, but they don't understand that in the near future, you will have to have dialed in everything in your life to be able to play that game. If you are a very valuable individual, let's just take a beautiful girl that's 20, she's a model in this, she has a certain type of value in the world. And if you are coming from a lower down value, it's like the $200 versus the 50. You don't have the same value as her. So you need to increase your value. This is what I'm saying. It's very important for you to increase your value. So this goes to the second thing. How to increase our value? The 7 pillars of status. 7 key metrics where you can follow to be able to level up your status. Social media, social circle, social proof, logistics, looks, game, financial freedom, and naturalness. They're the 7 pillars that you can look over to be able to judge your life and see where you can improve your value. The third thing that you can do is becoming a man of your word. Now, I know you want respect. You're someone that wants to be respected by their peers, a leader among men, as well as respected by the girls that you're surrounding yourself with. When you become someone that says stuff and goes through with it, not only do you trust yourself more, which breeds to self-confidence, self-reliance, self-assuredness, but other people start respecting you because you are not someone that goes back on your word. Now, if you start to do this more and more and more, you'll find that you will get yourself into scenarios and situations that are fantastic for you. They will also delay gratification. You'll also be able to go and have access to things because people trust who you are. Now, leadership is a very important quality. You need to become someone that is a leader among men, leader among your network, a leader in business, a leader among girls that you're seeing. You need to become the leader because the leader is the masculine essence. You see how just trusting your word leads to you becoming a leader and having more masculine essence, which is not only going to help you with girls, but it'll help you in your life. The fourth one, which is a bonus one, is actually about your network. Now, you've heard Jim Rohn say you are the product or the byproduct of the 5 people that you hang around with. And that is absolutely correct. So I want you to have a look at these people and go, what are their lives like? Because if you molded all 5 people together, that's who you are. Now, is that person going to succeed or is that person going to fail? That's the question you got to ask yourself. And if it is the latter, how do we get better connections? How do we get people that inspire us, that motivate us, that challenge us, that help us when we need to be helped? It all comes back to the opposite of what I just said. You need to start giving more value out to the world. You need to start helping more people. You need to start asking people how you can help them, because the thing will happen, which is the complete opposite. When you're taking, you won't get what you want, because a lot of people are repelled by that. It's repulsive. You're giving, and this person's just taking, giving nothing in return. That is not the relationship you want. So let's change it up, because you'll start to incur the thing called law of reciprocity. When you start to give to people, you will get it in return, but you're not giving it with the sole intention of getting in return. You're giving it because you know that this is the way that these kind of people operate. The people that you want to get to know, that you want to seek, they operate like this, so you're going to start operating like this. Instead of going, oh, I wish I could be them, I wish I could be them, I wish I could be them, you start operating like them right now. If you can get your energy in alignment with the people that are operating on that, they will start to resonate with you more because you are resonating on their level. Sometimes when you're up here, you're resonating down here and they're up here and you're taking, please, mister, please, mister, please, mister, I want you to mentor me, I want you to do, and they don't want that energy. But when you start to give and give value to other people, boom, you start to meet them at a commonality. You follow these 4 rules, you become more valuable. You start to attach more value to your name. You start to attach more value to your attention. This is the way to cut through the noise and have the kryptonite of the world that we live in. Do those 4 things, write them down. Don't watch any other video. Do this, operate on this. You don't need thousands of videos. You need to go, okay, these are the things I'm gonna do them.